Alright, what we're starting to look at next is when we see equations that have variables on both sides. So how we're going to start seeing this is with models. Okay, so first one I want to look at our one on the left over here. Right? First thing you need to do when you're looking at a model like this is first off, do I have zero pairs? Right? Sure enough, right here I have 3 zero pairs that are all going to cancel each other out. Right? That's the first thing we look for when we're looking for models. Okay? Once you have your zero pairs crossed out, then you want to say, well, what's the same on both sides of this line, right? My middle line, I want to know what's the same. Well, if you notice here, I have a negative x, and I also have a negative x here. So what I want to do is I want to cross that out on both sides. Now I bring down what's left over. On this side, I have 1 negative x right there, and then I also have 3 positive units. So that's on my left side. Now I look, well, what's left on my right side? Well, in this case, my zero pairs canceled out, and I crossed out this negative 1 right here. So that means I actually have nothing on this side, right? So now I have a nice little one-step equation that I'm ready to solve. So let's go ahead and solve it out. Okay, first step, I want to get the x to be by itself, so I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. These will cancel. I'm left with negative x equals negative 3. Now, remember, you're never allowed to be left with a negative x. So what I need to do is I need to divide it by a negative 1. I'm just going to treat it like really I have negative 1 times x here. So when I divide by negative 1, that's going to give me the positive x that I'm looking for, right? And then I do the same thing over here. And negative 3 divided by negative 1 keeps my number but changes my sign, so I have x is positive 3. Okay, let's look at another example over on the right hand side now. So again, do I have any zero pairs? In this case, no, I don't have any zero pairs. So let's start looking for what's the same on both sides. Well, I notice that I have an x, positive x over here and a positive x over here. So let me go ahead and cross those out. If nothing else is the same, let's bring down what I have left over. So I have 3 x's, and they're positive, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 negative units. Same thing, look on my other side. This x is gone because I crossed them out, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive units. And now I have a nice little two-step. Okay? Bam, two-step equation. So let's go ahead and solve it. Okay, first step, I want to get the x's by themselves. Well, I see a minus 4 here, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. That's going to give me a 9 on the right, and it's going to leave my 3x to come down. Now I know this is a multiplication problem because I have a number right next to a letter, so I'm going to divide both sides by 3, and x is going to equal positive 3. And there we go. Okay, so this is our basics of where we're going to be starting. We're going to go further from here, but this is kind of the beginner step to look at our models, cross out what's the same, get rid of zero pairs, and then find the equation you're left with so you can solve it out. Okay?